Hi students, Eric here with the Virtual Trombone Academy. Today we're going to talk about scales.
No! No! No!
Whoa! Touched a nerve there. Don't worry, I used to hate scales too. Maybe I should explain why they're important. First, music is a language of patterns, of which scales are the most important. All the best sight readers I know read full patterns rather than just individual notes. Second, music is what we call cumulative, which means that larger concepts are built on top of smaller ones. In math, for example, the concept of addition is critical to understanding multiplication, and multiplication is key to understanding exponents. Scales are critical to understanding larger concepts like key signatures or intervals. Okay, Eric, so scales are important. How do we learn them? I'd like to start with the musical alphabet. The musical alphabet is much like our number line, where we have an identifiable going up and going down. Luckily for us as musicians, the musical alphabet is much shorter than your number line and includes only 7 letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And they're in the order that you'd expect when you're going up. Hopefully your kindergarten teacher took care of that. To go down, we just run through it backwards. G, F, E, D, C, B, A. That direction might take a little bit more practice to get used to. Each time we get to the end of the musical alphabet, we just start again at the beginning, like F, G, A, B, and vice versa on the way down. I like to arrange them in a circle to help you remember to do that. If you start on a letter and you walk through the musical alphabet until you reach that letter again, you've covered a distance that we call 1 octave. We call it that because you're passing by 8 letters, including the first one and the last one. Notes are really just vibrations in the air that are buzzing at a measurable frequency. Middle C, for example, buzzes about 260 times per second. To go up 1 octave, like this C, you double the number of vibrations. This one vibrates 520 times per second. To go down 1 octave, the vibrations are cut in half, and so this C runs about 130 times a second. This one is so slow, you could basically count those hertz yourself. To build a scale, all you do is start on one note, which we call the tonic. You're going to walk through the musical alphabet and walk right back down. Pretty easy, right? Not so fast. That works nicely for this one, starting on C. But what if we want to start on a different note, like B? That doesn't sound like our C scale at all. This too is a scale, but not a major one, and we'll cover more complex ones like this in a future video. Another concept we need here is called a key signature. These are the groups of flats and sharps that you might find on the left side of a musical staff. But they exist whether or not a composer is nice enough to write them there for you. Let's start with an easy one, usually the first one that I teach on trombone, B flat major, which has 2 flats, B flat and E flat. If you haven't seen flats before, all they do is lower a note by what we call 1 half step, the smallest interval in music. John Williams scored an entire movie with just half steps. Now for us as trombone players, we're simple creatures, so luckily for us, a half step is just 1 position away, with E in second and E flat in third. Alright Eric, so we have 2 flats, B flat and E flat. What's the logic there? Well, the full reasoning has to do with the pattern of intervals that sound like a major scale when you play them. But it's a little deep for this particular video, so right now I'm just going to ask you to memorize them. And I know, memorization is sometimes annoying, but this is a place you're really going to want to know them. Repeat after me once. B flat major, 2 flats, B flat, and E flat. What's great is that other flat scales start with these same 2 flats, and so learning these is a good start to more scales. Alright, let's try our B flat scale now that we know about the musical alphabet and key signatures. We'll start with B flat, which is our tonic in this key. What comes after B flat, going up in the musical alphabet? C. Very good. And after C, D. Nice job. Let's try those first 3 notes in half notes, which each get 2 beats. 2, ready, play. Awesome. If you need more practice, now is a great time to take advantage of virtual teaching and head back in the video as many times as you need to get that right. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Let's move on, adding a few more notes. What comes after D in our musical alphabet? You might have said E, but remember, we have two flats, B flat and E flat, so it should be E flat, which once again is in third position. What comes after E flat in our musical alphabet? F. Very nice. All right, let's try those first 5 together, once again in half notes.
2, ready, play.
If you're a beginner, this is where I'd have you stop and practice these first 5 for a while. For some students, F will feel more comfortable, and for others, B flat will be easier. It doesn't really matter which one works well for you at this stage. What's important is that you practice these 5 until they all sound great. If you got more range, let's keep going. What comes after F in our musical alphabet? G. Very good. And after G? This is where we're going to have to cross over. A. That's right. And after A, to complete our octave, B flat. Remember your key signature. Let's try the whole scale ascending, still in half notes.
2, ready, play.
To go back down, all you have to do is walk back through the musical alphabet, back the way we came. I'm going to let you pause here for a moment and think that one through. Ready? Let's think through that together first. B flat A, G, F, E flat D, C, and B flat. All right, let's give that a try on trombone too.
2, ready, play.
All right, now that you got the whole thing, practice that a lot until you can't possibly miss it. Your brain is a physical object up there, and we need to train those neurons to execute this scale every time you see one.
2, ready, play.
If you've gotten this far, nice job! You've learned one of your 12 major scales. The others are constructed the same way, using a different tonic and a different key signature. Here's a slide with all 12 major key signatures. Don't try to memorize them all at once. Practice them one at a time, whichever one you need next for class. The next one that I would ask for my curriculum, which is called Climbing the Ranks, and there's a link in the description, would be A flat scale, which has 4 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. Notice how we start with those same 2 flats. Check back on the channel every Wednesday for a play-along track to help you practice. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, you might help us in the algorithm by giving it a like or sharing it with a friend who needs to learn scales too. Have a different way of learning scales? Awesome. Leave a comment to tell me about it. Now, get back to practicing.